barbershop conversation, guys. Feel free, hit the subscribe button. 9 Wives. Click the link below. Support the project. We're close to 3,000 buys. Thank you, guys. I think we're around about 300 away. So the 300 new people that watch this video, click the link below and support the project. Thank you, guys, in advance. Now we back on our Tesla talk. It's been a minute, and it's shocking that I haven't done any Tesla talk since I've been in this car all week. But we not think, not hope. We should boycott the Keith Thurman fight. 2 fighters coming off of a loss. A new fighter coming up from 140 to 147. Keith Thurman off a 2.5-year layoff. This fight shouldn't be pay-per-view. And we got to start, and we have to make boxing serve us. Serve the fans. And after Ugas and Spence, we should demand that be next. And the fans got to stand up and say something. If Keith Thurman fight does well on pay-per-view, that's a referendum that, again, fans don't really care. If Keith Thurman does miserably on pay-per-view, that's a referendum to the business of boxing that we should that our voice matters. And truth be told, if I was Spence and Ugas, I would demand that the fight be on free TV. You know, both fighters are confident that they're going to win, and they'll get the money on the on the Terrence Crawford pay-per-view. You know, we got to keep Keith Thurman where he's at. Keith Thurman doesn't respect the fans. He don't care about the fans. He's going to win and then go hide for a year and a half. He's going to be comfortable making the money that he's making and then go away. Keith Thurman doesn't love the sport of boxing. And he has every right to be who he wants to be. And the most beautiful thing about that, so do we. And I think boxing fans, and we'll include boxing media, we got to stop being cowards. Stop pretending you're obligated to cover as media, and fans, stop pretending that you're obligated to pay. You know, what Bob Arum say, boxing fans are rocks. You can kick them anywhere, you know. And boxing fans do. They just flounder and just say, okay, I'll pay for it, you know. And it's time. We have a lot of independent media out here who have their own voice and can say what they want to say. And I think it's fair. And we need to ignore Keith Thurman and Mario Barrios and make boxing come back to the fans. And it's time. It's really, really time, y'all. And I encourage everyone that can hear my voice. Everyone that can hear my voice. It's time, y'all. It's time for us to stand up. And when we do, we're going to be amazing together. And I can't wait for that moment when we're in control. But until then, boxing just going to keep on bullying the fans and telling fighters who to fight, when to fight. Here's the plan. Let Terrence Crawford remain independent, do his thing. And I think Errol Spence needs to fight on free TV. I think Errol Spence needs to get his momentum back. You know, I think Errol Spence got a lot of momentum fighting after the Olympic finals against Bondu. So because the pay-per-views is only going to do 200,000. You know, 1 million people are going to watch it, but it's only going to sell 200,000, 300,000 maybe. You know, the pay-per-view market is just, PBC is basically destroying the model. So I would, if I'm Errol Spence, I would suggest negotiate, and Ugas, negotiate a guarantee and let them do what they do and put it on Fox, not Showtime. Put it on Fox. Promote it on free TV, and you'll get 5 to 10 million people, 20 million people watching, you know, and then you bang us on the fight that we want, and guess what? People are willing to pay for what they want. That's why people go on vacations. People fly private. People fly first class. People buy be entertained, and being entertained is a status symbol in capitalism. So people want to spend $1,000 and brag about they spent $1,000 on an Errol Spence fight, and but I genuinely believe that's the way to go. Do I believe the fight is going to happen? It's getting less and less every day. I do believe Al Haymon is in the business of Canelo, and he's going to sell his roster. He's going to sell out for Canelo, as he's doing now. He's waiting on Canelo to decide what he's going to do, and that's why you don't see no fight dates for PBC. So here we stand, idling, you know. And my final question is, how do PBC fighters feel knowing an outsider is holding up them from getting a fight date? The outsider being Canelo. I wonder how they feel. I wonder will Floyd have the courage to speak out and stand up? You know what I mean? Or just brag about how much money he got and how much his watch is worth and how much he paid for it. He's bragging about how much he paid for something. You know what I mean? You got to brag about your deeds, man. Brag about your good deeds and brag about the deeds that you own in property. You know what I mean? Brag about that. $18 million watch. You're the only person in the world that would spend $18 million on a watch. So one, you know. So, anyways, um, fans, we got to stand up. Fans, we got to stand up. Ignore Keith Thurman. Don't buy the fight. Uh, there's two reasons you should ignore the pay-per-view. Leo Santa Cruz, CRC, whatever it is. He's literally cruising to many paychecks because he named his son Allen, and he's been cruising. And meanwhile, you know, y'all think this is about Gary Russell, but it's Fearless Freddie giving y'all the information. But y'all think it's still about Gary Russell not fighting Devin Haney. Gary Russell, uh, he didn't really want the Leo Santa Cruz fight, and y'all keep on thinking on the first level, man. It's time for us to get to the corner office on the top floor, man. Stop thinking so normal. You know what I mean? Stop thinking the way boxing really wants you to think. Boxing wants y'all to think that. And you know what they're gonna do? Bang you upside 24.95 for the Keith Thurman fight. If you buy the Keith Thurman fight and your last name ain't Thurman, you don't really, really love boxing. You just really want to be entertained. For real, for real. Who should be paying $75 for that fight? For real. For real. Maybe Crawford, because he may be trying to negotiate that fight. Maybe Errol Spence, because he may get that fight next. But outside of that, no fan. I mean, maybe if you're a diehard Keith Thurman fan or Mario Barrios family or friends, but for real, we shouldn't be buying that fight. Hold your ground, hold your water, and let's do this shit together, man. Boycott that fight. Media, let's boycott this for we issue. You know what I mean? Barbershop conversations. 9 wise below. I appreciate you.